Hello, this is our first practical lesson, and this lesson and this task is about marking out a piece of wood with precision and accuracy. The tools that you are going to use are the metal ruler, the tri-square, and the marking gauge. Last lesson we designed the layout of our phone speaker. We traced an imaginary line along the bottom and another 40 millimeters along the edge. This one, the imaginary line, was aligned to give us the right measurement on the both sides. We do the 40 there, stop at the imaginary line, the width of the speaker plus 4 millimeters, and another line there, and you just trace the bottom. This is what you're supposed to end up with. Marking out with precision and accuracy. These cutting lines that are these ones, we are going to mark them out on both sides. Okay? For that, we are going to start with the imaginary line there. The imaginary line there, measure 40 millimeters, an 8 to 1, and this, okay? Why is that on both sides? Because when you are cutting using the tenon saw, we can see both sides of the piece of wood and make sure we end at the same point, avoiding cutting an angle. Yeah, we achieve the same point. Okay, let's start then. I read my drawing, I start with the imaginary line. I get my piece of wood, I could just use the ruler, but it's a lot of 40 millimeters to measure. Then this is why you are going to use the marking gauge for this task. Tighten the stock, and at this end we have a spur, it's like a nail, and this is going to create a scored line on the wood. How to set this up? We get the metal ruler, place the zero of the metal ruler against the stock, and find my 40 millimeters, turn it up like this, tighten the screw. Double check, because it's about marking out with precision and accuracy. Can you see I'm adjusting, untighten, and just give a little adjustment because I want it very accurate. Okay, we can now just hold the piece of wood like this. You find your way to score a line, making sure it goes parallel to the edge, using the stock against the face side of the wood. It's quite difficult this way. It's possible, but it's difficult. For that task, we are going to use the vise. We place the piece of wood in the vise and make sure we find the air is going freely, and I trace my line. Make sure it's there. Because we did this side, now we are going to do this side. I just go to the other side and trace the other side. Now I'm going to do this line here, another 40 millimeters. Turn my piece of wood up and trace my line there. Now I'm going to do this other side, come to the other side, and trace my line there, okay? Now they are quite, I can't see the line very much, then I can use the pencil to make it more visible. The pencil there, trace the line there, the other side, trace the line. Okay, now I have the 40 here. For that I'm going to use the tri-square. The tri-square has a stock there that helps me to slide the through freely along the edge, and the idea is that it keeps the 90 degrees to the edge. Okay, I'm holding the timber like this, sliding like this. When I find my point, is there? When I find my point, I hold with my thumb and trace my line. Go to the other side, find my point is there. Make sure it's 90 degrees, sliding freely. When I find it, I trace my line. Trace my line, the groove went through. And yeah, did both sides. Now the width of the phone plus 4 millimeters, in my case, is 81 millimeters. Place the metal ruler there, get my 81 millimeters, go to the other side and place my 81 there. Okay. Again, I'm going to do the tri-square, make sure it is sliding freely along the edge, hold it with my thumb gently and trace the line. Make sure it's sliding freely, hold, I found my point, trace the line. I know that this part is going, I can just make a mark there, that is a waste area. And the next task is the center for the speaker. I'm going to make 2 diagonals across the rectangle, link the edges, okay? One way is you place your pencil there, at the edge of the rectangle. This one you don't need to do both sides, because for this task we are going to use the Forstner and the pillar drill. It is going to rest at the base of the pillar drill. Okay, yeah, this is what you're supposed to have. This task is about precision and accuracy. You must take your time to do this. Read your drawing, get the measurements, they are all the same, and you are going to use the marking gauge, sliding this side, turning around, sliding this side, along the edge and along the edge. Get the ruler, 81 millimeters on both sides. You are going to use this, the tri-square. Now is your turn to try it. Off you go, guys. Thank you.